Good evening, James McHale with ABC News. The protest over the state government's plan to cut hundreds of education positions comes to a head on Thursday, with thousands of teachers, principals and support staff expected to walk off the job. The strike is expected to cause major disruption at public schools around the state.
For the first time, 3 public sector unions have joined forces to press home their concerns about the budget. They expect 10,000 workers in Perth and another 5,000 in regional WA will strike on Thursday morning. It'll be the first time teachers have walked off the job since 2008, when they took action as part of a pay dispute. This week's protest will include teachers and principals, education assistants and school support staff. The State School Teachers Union says that will leave some schools completely unsupervised, and they argue it's a clear warning to the Premier.
We are not to be messed with, that public schools are not to be messed with, and he is not to disturb the right and opportunity of the children in our schools to get access to quality programs and appropriate resources.
The Education Minister Peter Collier isn't budging on his education reforms, saying money is being more effectively targeted. He's hoping teachers will reconsider.
I ask them, I urge them, I encourage them to perhaps reconsider industrial action. I don't think it is worthwhile. As I said, we are funding our schools throughout Western Australia, that is in all areas, better than they've ever been funded before.
Our education system is being decimated by Mr Barnett. Someone has to stand up to them in addition to us, and I support the teachers and education workers taking action.
There'll be a 2-hour stop work meeting at Gloucester Park on Thursday morning, and unions haven't ruled out further action if the state government doesn't back down. Charlotte Hamlin, ABC News.
For more on this, reporter Charlotte Hamlin joins me now. Charlotte, how disruptive will this action be?
Well, James, what's unprecedented about this action is that it involves staff from across the board, so everyone from school principals to gardeners. Now, that means that there's the potential for entire schools to be forced to shut down with no one to supervise students. Now, department representatives met with the Education Minister Peter Collier this afternoon. They say at this stage it's too early to know how widespread those disruptions will be, but they'll be liaising with individual schools over the coming days to try to figure out the numbers, whether there'll be staff to supervise students or whether kids are better off staying at home.
So what about parents, Charlotte? What should they do before Thursday?
Well, at this stage, James, the advice to parents from the department is to deal directly with their child's school. Over the coming days, there is likely to be some more direction as schools figure out their plan of attack for Thursday. But there certainly is a strong chance that some kids will be told to stay home. The union is confident that it's got the public support to outweigh any frustrations from parents who are facing some disruptions by this action. They say that parents understand the reason behind the strike and that a couple of hours of missed classes on Thursday is nothing compared to the impact that the government's education reforms will have on students in the long run. Now, the state government, meanwhile, isn't budging, and it says it'll continue to try to discourage teachers from taking part on Thursday.
Charlotte Hamlin, thank you.